Welcome back to the channel. We got an exciting one here for you today, introducing the new Callaway Ai Smoke.
Look where I hit that. Look where I hit that. I smoked. Yeah, pun intended, I guess. It's hard to wrap my head around how we got better from the Paradym.
The day's finally here where we can talk about it. We've got the new metalwood family, iron family, called Ai Smoke, which is the Paradym replacement. Obviously, after coming off such a successful year with Paradym, it's like, well, what could they do that makes this so much better? So we're going to dig into just a little bit of the tech today. We're going to have a more in-depth with numbers coming soon. And then at the end of this video, we actually got to get our hands on this about a month early at a Callaway fitting event down in Myrtle Beach for staffers. So we've got Nicky and Miles that you'll see kind of towards the end of this clip. Get their initial reactions as far as from Nicky going through his fitting as a staffer, considering how well he's played the Paradym this year. As you can see, we got three main models in front of me. There's actually a fourth model. It's going to be a bonded product, so it's an ultralight, kind of like Callaway's done in the past with their Star line, so that's not here yet. But we've got the Triple Diamond, which is the tour-inspired head. We've got the standard Max head with the back rear adjustable weight. And then we've got the Max D, which is that ultra-forgiving draw bias club. So a lot of you can already see on the bottom, we've got this, I call it like granite marbling, but that's supposed to be smoke. So they're still using that forged carbon that we know and love from Paradym. But one thing that they've changed a lot, and we'll try to zoom in on it here, is unlike the Paradym, which we kind of joked about looking like a Hurley logo, they really cleaned up this top line in all the models. So it's nice and square now versus having that real rounded edge that made it sit open or closed. So it's nice that they kind of listen to the feedback both from you guys as amateurs and tour professionals on changing that top line to kind of clean it up a little bit. Colorway, we've got, sticking with the, it's almost like a cobalt blue, I guess we'd say. So little notes of last year's colorway with introducing this new kind of like titanium gray to give it that smoke effect. So as you can see on the bottom of the driver, they still put the name Paradym on there because they don't want the story and that success that they've had last year to just phase out because there's so much of that tech still in these heads. Starting with the Ai Smoke Triple Diamond, we still got that smaller CC head with the two adjustable weights. So when you put that heavy weight in the front, it's going to launch a little flatter with less spin. When you put that weight in the back, it's going to launch a little higher, a little bit more spin, while keeping that same kind of 450cc shape. They are doing it in the retail model in 3 lofts, 8 degrees, 9 degrees, and 10.5. So it won't be for everybody. This one comes in at a lie angle of around 57, so it definitely is a little bit more fade bias. Sits about a degree open. But obviously with Callaway's adapter system, now you can actually change face angle if you get a neutral adapter, strong adapter, or flat adapter. The next head we've got is the Max head, which will probably be the most popular amongst everybody. You've still got that front adjustable weight, but this back weight being able to go from a draw bias to a fade bias, so we can kind of change where that CG, which is also known as the center of gravity, around. There is a lot of people out there that claim that rear adjustable weights don't work. However, through 10 plus years of TrackMan data, GC Quad data, we have proven that with adjustable weights, it does make a difference as long as the swing is there. So obviously that's why as we expand into the headline, you start losing some of that adjustability because the more forgiveness that we gain, some of the adjustability we lose. So whether that's good or bad, you'll be able to figure out that with testing. One thing that is a lot different is this face. So what's cool about this face, they're calling it micro deflections. So you can see kind of all these little almost scoring marks on there. And that's part of that AI. So they're calling it the smart face altogether. So an AI computer essentially optimized it, ran through, I guess, thousands of programs. They took the Paradym face, which was hot as a rocket, and they're like, how can we make it better, a little bit more durable? So they used a little bit different material and then created these scoring marks. And the point of the scoring mark is it's made to feel sweet from everywhere, is the marketing lingo that they are going to use. I think one thing that you'll see when Nicky hits it is some of these toe balls, because he tends to strike it out on the toe. they don't really go offline at all. Matter of fact, they stay just as stable. Obviously, spin rate is affected just a little bit, but compared to even his Paradym Triple Diamond, I mean, the miss hits were a lot better. So I thought that was pretty cool of them not to take away any ball speed to gain a little forgiveness, but instead, through that AI computer software with these scoring lines and how they actually make this quote-unquote smart face, it's pretty awesome. And then lastly, we've got this Max. So the Max has no rear adjustable weight. It's actually a fixed weight. Now, you can adjust that for swing weight purposes. So we can see right here, it's just one singular weight. It still incorporates all the same technology, but this is also the most upright head out of the three. So with how lie angles work with fairway and drivers is typically the more upright the head is, the more draw bias or right to left ball movement for a right-handed player it'll start. And the flatter, so the more tour heads sit a little bit more open, a little bit more fade bias. I think what we're going to see this year is a big flip though. Compared to Paradym, and since there are a little bit more forgiveness packed into this triple diamond head, I think you're going to see a lot of those people who were on that teeter-totter with them, well, do I go max, do I go triple diamond to get the workability? You're going to see them kind of slide into that this year and experiment with a little bit smaller head, just because they were able to make it a little bit more forgiving. And I think that's what's cool about this lineup is you do have a full family where no matter what skill level you are, there's a head for you. Now, one thing that is interesting with this story, if you actually look up the USGA conforming list, there's these three heads plus the bonded one, which isn't here, called the Max Fast for the normal people, us. And then on tour, they've actually got a couple versions of Triple Diamond. So they've got a Triple Diamond S, they've got a Triple Diamond Plus, and then they've got a new one, which we'll be curious to learn about. It's called a Triple Diamond Max. So under assumption, since there's no information about it yet, it's basically the Max Forgiveness, but with a Triple Diamond shape. So we'll be curious if we can get our hands on that to test it. So overall, I think compared to Paradym, as successful as it was, I think them changing the color to something a little bit more neutral, because that was the one feedback that we did get as fitters is, I like the driver, but the top of it is blue. I don't want to look at blue. Where on this one, we've got that nice carbon crown. They went back to that kind of stealthy black look with a matte finish front. So it's a good separation. And you'll notice on the Triple Diamond, there's no Callaway chevron. And then on the Max and the Max D head, that Callaway chevron's right up front to give us something to kind of guide with. So if you guys have any tech questions on these heads, feel free to ask. Like I said, we are going to do an in-depth review in the GC Quad Bay to show you the numbers between the heads and even compare it against a Paradym. But what we're going to do now is we're going to hop down to sunny Myrtle Beach. It was a little chilly with Nicky and get his initial reactions and show you some of the fun day that we got to spend with Callaway Golf.
Where did Nick go? What's going on, guys? Nicky here with Loggerhead Golf. We're down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's a special day for Callaway staff professionals like myself. We get to see the new Callaway AI Smoke driver. I've been playing the Paradym Triple Diamond head for the last year. Honestly, best driver I've ever hit. So I'm really excited to see how Callaway's improved on what I think is their best driver ever. Really looking forward to getting fit, maybe getting a new shaft and see where it goes from there. Hey, Nick. What's up?
How are you?
Doing all right? You good? Doing all right? How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Nicky? Yep.
Go home, get another jacket on. You ain't dressed warm enough.
I'm a two-layer kind of guy. If I need to be warmer, I can't play golf.
The weight back here in relation to this new face, this new waveform face.
Yeah.
This used to be 13 yards of a play that you could play with right, left,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now it's 19. So
Okay.
6 yards. Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense.
Almost 20 yards deviation from
Yeah.
one way to the other.
Yeah. Little 8-degree Triple Diamond.
How about that?
I like it.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. I love the gray. Feels light.
It is. Hello.
Holy cow.
Hello.
And that was toe strike.
Look, look.
Look where I hit that. Look where I hit that. 290, 293 carry, 45-degree weather, dead off the toe.
2060 spin.
George, I can hit my slappy cuts like that. Oh, he sees it all the time. That's smoked. That's smoked. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh, no pun intended, I guess.
Range ball 299.
Range ball 299, 45 degrees, 20-mile-per-hour wind off our left shoulder. Holy cow. You see that? Honestly, that's my miss. That little high toe.
Yeah. Just goes forever.
It goes forever. I mean,
31 total.
it doesn't make this 70 gram feel heavy at all. That one was hit. Like, that's actually a good ball. I was kind of worried about the 8-degree head not getting in the air. And 12.9 launch, 2,000 spin.
It's perfect.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
70 shaft.
Do you mind if I put my shaft on this head?
Let's do it.
I love that shaft, so I'm probably staying in that. I mean, 70 grams. I say 70 grams. I would have never thought. It flew off.
Yeah.
Like, it popped off. I mean, you can feel where it jumps off the face, but like the head is so light that it's just flying through. Like, sometimes I feel like with my driver, it kind of falls behind, dumps under, and that's where I hit that toe knuckleball.
Yeah.
Like this one, I just feel like I can rip through, and that's with a 70-gram shaft. I'm swinging the DJ, which is, I mean, 5 grams. It's not a major amount, but 70-gram Denali, the new Denali. I mean, it feels awesome. Where is? Where do you think the heavy's already up front right now? Or that's 72 ball speed there. This thing's definitely faster than the Paradym, which I wouldn't think is possible.
That's good.
So essentially, the idea with the smart face is just fast ball speed off of the entire face. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You can see. I live right here.
Yeah.
I kind of do that on purpose just to make sure that ball isn't going left.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know,
start a little bit towards the right.
yeah, and that's the biggest thing that I'm looking for there. I mean, but it feels awesome. I think I'm definitely going to go with the 70 gram in this.
70 Denali.
Yeah, because I don't know why I put this in it with this head. This is my current shaft I've been playing for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And even though this is lighter, it felt heavier than that. So I wonder if that Denali just kind of counterbalanced it a little bit, but it felt awesome. And like they're saying, they have that 360 chassis. So it's just a titanium, face, frame with the perimeter weighting. I mean, not tweaking it a whole lot. It feels awesome. I like the way that Denali feels better than this one. Face angle is still the same at 8 degrees, but we took the 2 gram weight, which was up in the front, flipped them, so we have the 14 gram weight up front close to the face. So we should definitely see that spin come down a little bit, that launch come down. And then this is maybe really good for a golfer that wants to use loft to get the ball in the air without sacrificing spin. Like, I can get better. That's just cruising. That's 170 ball speed off the toe. I mean, you can see where it hits on the face. I'd probably flip the weights back around, but man, it's hard to wrap my head around how we got better from the Paradym. of what I've been playing for the last year. I mean, I feel like the driver's been the strongest club in my bag, and just for me, off-center hits flying a lot straighter even in this wind. This thing's stable. It feels so good.